Hey Google, what's the weather?
Currently in Seattle it's 47 and cloudy. Today, it'll be rainy, with a forecasted high of 53 and a low of 42.
Thanks, Google. Tonight's going to be mainly cloudy with a few showers coming your way. Earlier in the evening, a low of 42, and Wednesday is also going to be mostly cloudy. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
You don't even need a bike to do it. It is 5:47. I'm Danny Bonaducci. This is KZOK. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I was doing okay till you got here.
Uh-oh.
Have you looked at what you're wearing today?
You seem shocked by
Am I all right?
whatever's going on.
Profanity?
No.
Do I need
Have you looked at what you're wearing on your person, on your body?
I can't actually tell what it is.
Oh, I can see why that
it
would
is.
frighten her a little
Yeah.
bit. Is that Pennywise?
Yeah.
Pennywise
That
the clown.
is a terrifying T-shirt.
Yeah. Now that I look at it, it's gross, man.
I think it's pretty awesome, man.
Thank you, dear.
Pennywise is terrifying as is, but you know how I feel about clowns. I think your wife did it on purpose.
I don't understand the separation. Pennywise is terrifying as is, but you also don't like clowns.
I'm
Isn't
afraid of all
Pennywise-
clowns, but Pennywise is
okay.
particularly terrifying
Yeah.
to everyone.
Not everyone. I think he's adorable. Want
Yeah,
to
I
kiss him
kinda
right
like
on
him.
those slimy teeth? Yeah, Paul too. Hey, Derek, how do you feel about Pennywise?
He scares me a little bit.
That scares you a little.
Yeah.
Tori, how are you on Pennywise?
I'm borderline.
All right. She's borderline. I think that was a diagnosis.
Is that a new shirt? Is that from your Hot
yes,
Topic?
I bought this the same. I don't think I got it. Well, I didn't get it. I'm not even quite sure why I'm wearing it. And maybe she thinks she's humorous, knowing because there's very few ways you can fold this shirt that I wouldn't see that it was a clown shirt.
Yeah.
And you would think that early in the morning, if you were to notice that on your shirt, that it might freak even you out.
You'd say something much like, "Duh!" Like that.
Yeah.
You would, but anyway. So,
And I'm surprised too because your wife is obsessed with Tim Curry, and that's not the Tim Curry Pennywise.
This is the new one, the Skarsgård guy?
is that true?
You know, I'm not actually sure if that's true. That might be Tim Curry.
Well, that would freak me out because I think if she messed up the Tim Curry thing, she has to break up with her 6 psychopathic groupie friends that she's online with almost constantly.
But now your wife is trying to dress you like her idol.
No, she's trying to dress me as her idol.
Yeah, I think that is. Tim Curry.
Yeah. All right. Well, anyway, thank you for noticing. You scared the hell out of me because she's looking at me like, "I'm going on. Do I have a snake on me? What is happening here?" All right. So I'm wearing a concert. But anyway, I said you don't even need a bicycle to do it. When I was in New York, doing whatever the hell I was doing in New York last time I was there, there was a place called Spin. I told you about it. I got a T-shirt from it, and it's Susan Sarandon's ping pong place.
Yeah.
It's 10,000 square feet minimum of real estate usually in a basement. You walk downstairs, so I don't know what else they would do with this space, but it's Manhattan. You'd find something else to do with the space besides play ping pong. But there's 20 ping pong tables, a couple of full bars, all that stuff. And I must admit, it was a fantastic time. We had a really great time at Spin in, I think it was in the Village, maybe in the East Village. So anyway, we find out that one opened here.
Yeah.
It opened
South Lake Union.
like just is it South Lake Union?
I think that's
Because
where
I was
they
going to
put
call it downtown, but I don't know where South Lake Union ends. It's on 6th Avenue, right next door to the movie theater.
Oh, that's
that's more downtown.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was in South Lake
Nah,
Union.
downtown. So we're walking in there, and it's bitching. If you like ping pong even at all, or I would have never thought of this, and I just because I'm an idiot. I go down there. It opens at 3. It's 2:59. Just coincidentally, what time the movie got out. And she goes, all right, we're open for business in 1 minute, which I thought, shut up a little bit. Just be open for business in a second. And 2 seconds later, she goes, now are you all together? I turn around, there's 20 people that weren't there 1 second ago. We go in, and when she sets us up with her playing ping pong, and the place is pretty much full within 5 minutes.
Wow.
And she says to the people behind me, Nordstrom's or Amazon? And they said neither. And I went, look at them, neither. And nobody laughed. I thought, you're not from Nordstrom? Because look, they're not from Nordstrom. Not a chuckle in the place. So anyway, so we played, and it was fun. It was full, and people were well behaved, and it's very fun. It takes you a minute to realize, because they tell you, don't stop your game to pick up the balls. We get all the balls. Don't worry about them. And the people walk by.
That makes sense.
Yeah, with this super little weird contraption, just super low tech. I describe. It's kind of like, it looks like something for cleaning your pool, except you sweep it just on by ping pong balls and they end up in a net. It's like low tech magic.
Okay.
So anyway, but here's the drag on this is I'm walking down the stairs with Amy and we're gonna play, and she said, "Well, this is one of those games that you're better than I am, but I'm still better than you at air hockey." Which now I've got just a terrible fear of air hockey. I'm just afraid she can reign as queen forever. I'm never playing it. It's gonna knock my. It's hit me in the face since I was a little kid. I've been hit in the face with a puck 5 times. Every time it hurt. Never doing it again. Shut up. So you're better than me at air hockey. She goes, but I think you're a little better at me than ping pong. I said, to be honest, honey, I take it a little easier. I mean, I could beat you at ping pong anytime. I'm just a lot better than you were. But, we'll practice. We'll be the same in a little bit. And I don't mean too much by it. I go, she kicks my ass 3 games in a row. We're playing to 11. I don't even think I was close. So I don't think it was like 11-9 or anything like that even once.
So
But
was she sandbagging before? And she's a ping pong ace?
See, she's in her 30s and I'm in my hundreds. So where
just
she's
agility.
starting to improve at things at this part of the life, I'm starting to obviously decay.
But you threw a smackdown on her, and she had something to prove. You said, I'm so much better than you, and she said, ha ha ha.
She certainly had some motivation to beat you.
Oh, but we play games constantly. She has motivation to beat me all the time, yet fails to until he has. Like right now, I'm the queen of all games at our house.
Well, not ping pong, apparently.
Well, is there a ping pong table at my house, Paul?
No, but maybe there should be. You could get some practice.
I was very specific about in my home.
I'm the queen of all games that are played on Wednesdays before noon in my garage.
Yeah, totally. That is absolutely correct. We're both just got awful at pool, and we tried to be good at pool.
Yeah, you got sticks
I got
and
my
everything.
own stick. I got matching sticks,
Right.
And well, not matching because mine's better. Because I'm not stupid. I went to the stick store.
So is this a one and
Played
done?
stick.
Because she beat you?
What you mean? Will I ever play her again?
Yes.
Yeah, because I don't know what happened. I have been better than her for years. It's not like something happened. I don't know what it is. That's the lighting.
Oh, while you're here at work, she is practicing ping pong so she can beat you.
Yeah, she's got a young male ping pong coach that's there with her.
Okay, I believe none of it. But if I wanted to believe any of it, I want to believe Paul's version. I want to believe, Amy's getting out of bed at 5:54 because there's some hot. Can I make him Latin?
Oh, absolutely.
Them hot Latin. Is he in clown makeup?
Yes.
Hot Latin and clown. Is he wearing a corset and singing "Sweet Transvestite"?
Yep.
That got
That's
weird.
what's happening in my house right now.
A woman in her mid-60s was killed yesterday by a drive-by shooting near Eatonville. Deputies and medics responded to the scene on Webster Road East about shots fired. When they arrived at the scene, they found this woman in her mid-60s. She was deceased. She'd been struck by a single bullet that had penetrated the interior wall of her home and killed her. Now, police say it does appear that 7 to 10 rounds had been fired from a vehicle outside the home in a drive-by style shooting. Now, they are concerned about this area because so far in unincorporated Pierce County, this makes 13 homicides. And they said last year there were 11 homicides for the entire year. So here we are coming up on the end of March. We're already past that number.
Yeah, they threw up some numbers and we're up by significant percentages all over the place. Police theorize, though, that lady was not the target.
Correct.
That somebody in the house was the target. And the cops have been there a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So it's, I just hate that when that happens. Like the cops have to know, hey, we got to keep an eye on this house. But you can't, if somebody's just going to stroll by in their car and open fire, there's very little anybody can do.
Especially in like more rural areas like that, it's hard for the cops. They're spread so thin. It's hard for them to keep patrols up.
Yeah. An Oregon student is recovering after a violent collision with a deer. A senior named Josie Lemley suffered a concussion and some pretty bad facial damage. A deer charged straight into her outside of Eagle Point High School. They were doing a fire drill. They exited the building. There were a deer or two on campus that apparently got spooked. One of them ran directly into this student. There was video that showed the girl on the ground and the deer struggling to stand up. So they both collided and shocked each other.
No, the deer fell too?
Yep.
Wow.
And the student said, I think I got hit in the face with a hoof. So she's in the hospital.
If I had $1.
The student didn't say, oh, dear.
No. She said he couldn't see her. It was a no idea.
They need to start having deer drills so that they know how to deal with the deer.
Do you know what she said? No! It was a girl deer. I thought you'd do another one.
No, I think you won.
Wow, all right. Boom. Drop the antler.
Well, there's still a lot of talk about the Russian embassies being shut down here in Washington.
Yeah.
And according to British Prime Minister Theresa May, the former spy Sergei Skripal and his daughter may never recover from that nerve agent attack that has left them in critical condition. She spoke out yesterday and said their condition is unlikely to change in the near future. They may never fully recover. More than 130 people in this English city of Salisbury may have been exposed to this nerve agent. More than 50 have been assessed in a hospital. Police say that one of their officers was left seriously ill after this. Wow. And 20 countries yesterday said we will be joining the United States and England in the UK in closing down these Russian diplomats, telling them to get out.
But isn't that what we're saying is, because I know with ours, we're saying it has to do with location near naval bases and things like that.
And Boeing.
What is that really doing, kicking out these diplomats?
They here in Seattle, they think that it was a gathering point for data collectors.
Yeah.
Take a look at what's happened at the naval base, and everyone would go to this embassy and share information that would then get sent back to Russia.
They're spies.
Yeah,
and
they're
that's
spies,
what the UK,
but everybody knows they're spies.
Right. That's what the UK said too, is that they're all spies.
Yeah, when they kick our guys out, it's because they're spies. Everybody's got spies. I think it's stupid. Call me and ask me.
Right.
Hey, it's me. It's Vladimir Putin. Anything weird happening? Yeah, we got all sorts of crazy new bombs. You better duck. But yeah, I think I don't know what this is doing. I think serious punishment. I don't know how you punish a nuclear country that says "F you" to us.
Yeah, they don't really seem to care.
They don't seem to care.
Well, of course, the hard part for this is that we have Russian citizens that now live and work here legally in the Seattle area. They have nowhere to go. So they said their
What do you mean they have nowhere to go?
Their closest consulate is now Houston. There are 3 offices remaining open: D.C., New York, and Houston. So if you need to get a passport, or if you need the help of your home consulate, if you live on the West Coast, you now have to go to Houston.
You have to go there to get a passport?
I think if you lose your passport when you're in a foreign country.
Because here's the thing, I'm just thinking about how much are we punishing anybody. I'm a citizen. I've never been to the consulate. The closest I've been to a consulate is the Canadian.
Well,
Right.
you're lucky if you were say you were in Paris
Yeah.
and somebody stole your passport.
Right.
You would go to the American consulate.
Right.
What if they closed the American consulate? Then
And I have to go to Texas. I can't even get into the country.
then you would have to go wherever
Exactly.
else.
It just seems like if we're trying to punish them, that's not really severe. I don't think anybody's trembling because we're kicking out their stupid spies that everybody knew were spies.
Right. I think it's more symbolic than
Yeah,
anything.
me too.
Yep.
And I don't know what to do about. I want to raise the ante above symbolic.
Yeah.
But
We
you know,
can't poison them. Otherwise,
we're the bad guys.
Exactly.
But
yeah.
I can't throw a rock at them because they also have just as many rocks.
Yeah.
You know, they'll throw them at me, and I don't want that.
Right.
And a sad story out of Wales. A missing 87-year-old hoarder appears to have been found buried under the clutter of her home. Neighbors say they had not seen her for 4 years. She lived in this home with her daughter, who also had gone missing. Now, they said, we haven't really seen that kid in a while. They called the police. They found the woman in her 50s, took her to the hospital, and then they found mom, 87 years old, and she had been dead for a while.
Oh, wow.
It's like something out of the movies where like there's a tunnel you've got to carve into the newspapers.
There's kind of runways in houses like that, the ones I've seen anyway.
Yeah.
There's little aisles 2.5 to 3 feet apart, and that's the there's one that goes this way and one goes that way, and that's how you walk through those homes.
Yep.
And I'm guessing a thing of books, a thing of debris fell over on Grandma.
Yep.
But the daughter, the 50-year-old, was buried as well, but alive?
Yep.
Wow, that's amazing.
They just now are trying to figure out how long was the 87-year-old dead, and did the daughter know, or does she just think she was hiding somewhere
Yeah.
else in the newspaper pile?
Once your hoardings become so bad that you lost your mom,
Right.
you'd think you would take steps to address it.
Well, yeah, but we're forgetting this lady was also buried by whatever killed, I'm assuming whatever killed Grandma.
Yeah, mom and daughter both had to be rescued from clutter.
Yeah.
Just mounds of newspapers and regular papers, and those tend to collapse.
I like it when they have 75 cats. Although, you know, it was happening by the time the cops got there, don't you?
Oh, they're getting eaten.
Yeah, kitties are eating their feet.
It seems 25,000 signatures were not enough to keep a Starbucks out of Yosemite. There was a petition.
Oh, man. This was the last story on the news when I left today, and they didn't say. They said California. They said, oh, everybody wants to keep the Starbucks out of California. And I even thought, why? Shut up. What's wrong? It's like throwing rocks at Russians. It's just stupid. But now, Yosemite.
It's Yosemite. The coffee giant began operating at Yosemite's Valley Lodge Base Camp Eatery, which underwent a $7 million remodel. And visitors said, don't put in a Starbucks, just put in something that's a regular, like a mom and pop, put in just a coffee shop. But no, Starbucks is going to Yosemite.
Not only do I semi not care, but if I was forced into caring, I'm on Starbucks team. Team
Really?
Starbucks right here. Yeah, why aren't they a mom and pop? And they're better. They're better than your mom and pop. Your mom and your pop are both stupid when it comes to making coffee. Can your mom and or your pop make me a goose out of foam? No, I don't think so. That's just Starbucks.
I mean, we all love McDonald's and the symbolism of McDonald's. But if I went to a national park and there was a McDonald's in the middle of it, I would feel like that's just the corporation.
But see, this is what happens with you
taking
hippies.
over.
Starbucks is not in the middle of anything except a lodge that already sells things. You're talking about, hey, man, I was going to say Old Faithful, but I don't know if that's there. I think it might be someplace else. But whatever it is, you've got it in a pasture surrounded by moose, and now there's the Golden Arches.
Yeah.
It seems weird.
Yeah.
And like
Put
a
that in the
Walmart.
lodge. I'm also on Team McDonald's.
Really?
Are you not on Team McDonald's? No, wait. Let's go to Starbucks first. Are you not on Team Starbucks?
I'm not, no.
What? So somebody should have a coffee shop, just not those guys.
If you're going to have a coffee shop, yeah, it should be an independent coffee shop.
Oh, you're an American. You're crazy.
Y'all remember back many, many moons ago when you took your driver's license test for the first
Yeah.
time?
Yeah.
And we've all done it. Everybody on the show has a driver's license, although maybe some people shouldn't. Tori.
Totally thinking that.
But when you go to take your driver's test, you're so nervous, and there's somebody in the car with you, and they're judging you, and they're the ones who are going to be the arbiter of your dreams, if you're going to get your driver's license or not. Well, this girl in Minnesota, 17 years old, she's going for her driver's test. She's about to back out of her parking spot to begin the driving exam. So she's pulling out of the parking lot where the DMV is, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
She hits the wrong pedal. She hit the gas.
Oh, no.
Right through the building. That houses the driver's licenses.
Now, does she immediately fail the test, or do they finish it up? Like, okay, next we're going to do parallel parking.
No, I think it's like an instant fail. You crash into a building that couldn't get out of your way.
It was an instant fail. Thankfully, they say no charges will be filed against this poor girl. She's humiliated, but she did not get her driver's license, which I guess is kind of good news for the rest of us.
Yeah.
What is the deal? You know, it's an innocent mistake, really, aside from the damage to the building. So how long does she have to wait till she can try again?
I don't know how it works in Minnesota. It's very
2 weeks,
state
and then
by
you can
state.
take a test
2
again.
weeks?
That's normally how it is.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, are there special circumstances? Does she at least have to pay the damages?
I would certainly hope so. I'm going to imagine her parents will get the bill since she's
What
17.
car was it?
It was an SUV.
So it was their car. She hadn't switched over to like a DMV car or anything
No,
like
it was
that.
her. You go in your own car.
With an instructor in it?
Yeah.
I'm suing that guy.
Why?
That's his job to not let that happen.
It's not like he has a way to stop
I'm
it.
sorry, man. He's a terrible instructor. I would like that man arrested and a Starbucks in Yosemite.
She had to go to the hospital, and that little girl is lucky that lady doesn't sue.
Oh, I'm sure that lady will.
Either way, I think it's going to cost her parents a couple of bucks.
That's true.
Yeah. If you need some help with a couple of bucks, we can do that for you right now. Text bills right now to 200-200, KZOK.com for all the details.
Even Father Jesus is not above the law of man.
Father Jesus?
Who's Father Jesus?
Father Jesus.
Who's Father Jesus?
Father Jesus is a guy who would like to make a church.
Well, yeah, upon this rock, actually.
Well, his name is Father Jesus. I'm gonna guess that's not on his birth certificate.
Maybe, if he's from Mexico or Guatemala, that's
Yeah.
a very common name.
Father? His first name is Father.
I guess
Oh,
it's a little
he's
different.
not a priest.
Well, he is
He
trying,
says he is? He's trying to be a
If
priest?
he's
Yeah.
a priest and his name's Jesus in print, it looks a lot like Father
Yeah,
Jesus
Father
to
Jesus.
me.
Well, this man says he would like to have Saints of the Most High. That's the name of his church.
I think most of his saints are very high.
It would stand 12 feet by 24 feet. He says he has 3 members that would like to go to his
Wow,
church.
that sounds like a miracle to me.
It's going to be weird in the locker room.
And his name, he claims, is now legally Father Jesus. But in Mississippi, his church has been denied. He asked to put up his church, all 12 feet by 24 feet of it, so that he could start preaching to his congregation, and the church has denied him.
Oh, if they deny him one more time, they can call it Simon. Or Peter.
Peter.
I just saw a movie named Simon yesterday. Got confused.
I think he's got to do it before the cock crows, right?
Don't look
3
at me,
times
man.
before the cock crows.
Is this the Bible we're talking about?
I don't think it's a cockcrow thing, is it?
All right.
Who went to Sunday school? I don't answer that question. I did, and I don't know what you people are
I
talking
did,
about.
but I read and I don't remember anything about the cock crowing.
Yeah, I think so.
Which
Really?
book are we
I
talking
think there's
about
a
here?
rooster. And I think the third time he denies him, boom, there goes the rooster. He hears the rooster. I don't know.
Are you making this up just to talk?
Nope. Well, I have a different understanding than you, I guess.
Of
Or
what?
I do not
The
recall
Bible
book
verse that you're
of-
trying to quote.
Well, all right, so when the guy says, "Were you with Jesus?" and he says, "No," and he says, "I think I saw you with him," and he says, "No," and he says, "I'm pretty sure you were there," and he says, "No." Jesus said, "You'll deny me 3 times," and then there is a cock.
That Jesus said, you'll deny me 3 times before the cock crows.
All right, I believe you. It sounds right.
John 18:13, Peter remembered when the Lord had spoken to him, before the rooster crows today, you will disown me 3 times.
Wow. Thank you for that.
Leave
Paul
it to
get-
me to quote gospel.
Leave it to Paul to be right
Paul
about
quoting
the Bible. Very nice.
I'm impressed. You get a gold star for today.
I've never even read the thing, but I heard that
I
somewhere.
heard it somewhere.
Meditation has been on the rise.
Yeah, I
over
do
the
it
past-
every friggin' night. Every night.
Well, then this is a good story for
I
you.
have an app for it. It's taken over the country. I have a book
Yeah.
about it.
Well, people have been into it for years, but thanks to apps like Headspace,
That's the one I got.
meditation is easier to fit into your day than ever before. A lot of people have been advocating it for years. And for a while, it was people thought, oh, it's just hippy dippy garbage. And then it came back again. Then yoga became popular. Meditation came along with yoga. And now, according to the Journal of Sex and Marital Therapy, there is a link between meditation and sexual function in women. The studies found that women who had been meditating had stronger desire and more happy times, if you know what I mean. They said that they had
So it's a whole different when the cock crows.
Yeah, exactly.
improved desire and function for those who meditate.
All right.
And you learned this from this app from your wife, right?
Yeah, Headspace. It's this British guy named Andy who guides you through all these things, and it's just taking a big thing. He has meditated and shown Obama how to meditate, and all sorts of people. Yeah, it's a big thing.
Nice.
Well, maybe you've not noticed, but since she started doing Headspace, she may be having a better time in the bedroom.
I know
Yeah.
her ping pong instructors noticed.
With Latin clowns.
Can we name him Amy's
The Latin
Latin?
clown?
Yeah,
Sure.
Father Jesus. That's his name.
Father
That's
Jesus, the
sacrilegious.
ping pong instructor.
At least let's call him Jesus. You said you
Right.
did want him to be some sort of
I
Latin.
want him a Latin lover.
Yeah.
If my wife's going to have something, she's got to have the best.
Is it Padre Jesus?
Okay.
People who live in an Arizona neighborhood are being warned that eggs from an Easter egg drop may be contaminated. The Mojave County Department of Health released a notice that said, remember all those eggs that we dropped from a crop duster? Well, we didn't really clean it all that well. And all those eggs may be covered in herbicide. They said we cleaned it a little bit.
Oh, maybe the plane?
The plane.
Yeah. Also, you dropped them out of an airplane. Aren't they broken and gross anyway?
It's a little bit odd, but perhaps they're landing on grass.
Nope.
Oh, it is Arizona.
Maybe, but yeah.
They have to be doing, depending on the plane, but I can envision a crop duster. I think they have to be doing 70 or they're crashing.
Well, I guess they go awfully low.
They do go low, but not like low enough to drop an egg without damage.
Well, this is what they do in Arizona, my friends.
Are you sure they're real eggs?
Oh, plastic eggs. Could be plastic eggs covered in pesticide.
Well, they said don't eat the candy. So
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Don't
plastic
eat the
egg
jelly
probably-
beans inside or whatever.
Probably not real eggs. Because I would check my chicken. I don't mean to be rude, but if my chicken has eggs and they're full of candy, I'm checking them.
A New York woman has been banned from visiting all state prisons. She is named Colin Morris.
What do you do with her if she just ignores that rule?
You
Where do you
can't
throw
arrest her, yeah.
Very odd story. This woman is obsessed with going to prison. Kind of like the woman who is obsessed with sneaking onto airplanes. Only she tries to go to Attica. They told her, stay away from Attica.
Yeah, Attica's a bad one.
Well, this time she used her cousin's name in order to gain access to Attica. They said she keeps going in as a visitor, and this time around, they said, you're not allowed to be here. They have not figured out exactly why she's obsessed with going to Attica. At first, they thought she was bringing stuff to inmates,
Right.
like illegal
I think
things.
she is.
But now they're trying to figure out, like, we told you to stay away from prison. Stay away. And she can't.
I think Attica, they had a big riot, and I think the most guards and prisoners in one place were killed at Attica. I'm not positive, maybe the top 5, but it's
America.
It's bad. Yes, in America. It has a bad reputation for murder.
Speaking of bad reputations.
Yeah.
Whitey Bulger. They made a movie about him. He
Yes,
was
they
a
did.
bad
Yeah.
dude.
He was a bad dude.
Was that Johnny Depp?
Yeah.
For one time, the one time he wore makeup that was just making him look like an older white man as opposed to
An older white man that didn't go out in the sun too much.
Yep.
Right.
Well, Whitey Bulger was going to say allegedly, but no, he was convicted
Yeah,
of
he was.
a
I think 19 murders.
whole slew of heinous crimes.
Yeah, he did something to the heinous for sure.
His prison commissary ID card
Yeah.
was sold at auction for just shy of $12,000.
That's crazy.
This is one of those murderabilia type of auctions that they say has become so popular, and they're not sure why people still want to buy this stuff, because there are a lot of victims of Whitey Bulger who think this is pretty reprehensible.
Yeah, and he's a very bad guy. You can't do the romantic scallywag with this guy. He's a terrible person. Want to know something weird about Whitey Bulger?
What's that?
Before he went on the lam, and not right before, he won the lottery for $200 million.
Yeah, that is odd.
And everybody went, no way. How'd you do it? And he's, I bought a ticket like everybody else.
Mm-hmm. I think that some people maybe romanticize it because he was on the lam for so long, but he was a killer.
Yeah, cold-blooded.
Yeah.
With his actual hands, he choked the young lady to death.
So $12,000.
That's weird.
And an American chef has broken the world record for pizza with the greatest variety of cheese. Now, when we go to a pizza restaurant, we might see like a quattro formaggio.
Yeah.
4 cheeses.
That's pretty normal.
Yeah.
Well, this one is a record-busting 111 different types of cheese.
Can I get that with a side of stupid?
Yes. I'll give you $100 if you can name 15 cheeses.
Oh, you keep your money.
Yeah.
Blue. I'm out. And that was a verb.
They said the crust was normal, but then the chef had to measure out 2.6 grams of each cheese in order to keep the food uniform.
Everybody I went to high school with could immediately eyeball 2 grams.
They're in the Guinness Book of World Records now, and the reception was positive. They said each piece tasted different, and it was actually a really yummy pizza. But you know,
Each
Danny,
piece, so he didn't spread it around. He put 2 grams on one slice and then 2 grams on a different slice of a different kind of cheese.
yeah, but 2 grams isn't that much. So
Right.
they did, it does blend. So, but I mean, 111 different types of cheese.
I'm against it.
Yeah, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah, I want Starbucks at 270, but I do not want the 111 kinds of cheese.
No.
I'm against it.
But the stuff you did in an effort to get in the Guinness Book of World Records, 111 cheese pizza would be a lot easier than smashing eggs on your head or putting quarters up your nose.
Don't I know to both of those things? It seemed innocent at the time.
It's time for today's Things Are Not Right in Florida. Story of the day.
Yay!
A 52-year-old man with a long history of criminal trouble led lawmen on a nearly 20-mile chase that ended at a Walmart. How very Floridian. Now, the chase began just after 10 p.m. They were trying to arrest this man for tracking of methamphetamine. They tried to conduct a traffic stop. He refused to pull over. They chased him for 20 miles. He had one place in mind, Walmart. Well, they were able to chase him into the Walmart superstore, but then he went inside.
He thinks it's like if you make it to the embassy, like
Right,
they can't
that's
get you.
it.
Like that's the embassy for meth addicts.
I'll act like a shopper. I'll blend in.
He's like-
Yeah, he did not blend in. They were able to apprehend him. When they went over to the truck, they found a woman was passed out in the front seat and had been passed out for the entire chase.
Well,
Her
she
name-
didn't even know she's been in eyes.
Nope.
What a waste of a chase, man.
yeah.
Her name was Brandy, also very Florida. The search of the
She's a
truck
fine
found
girl, though.
meth, digital scales, and an unknown liquid.
Ew.
How long was that chase and how scary was it?
Oh, Florida.
Oh, Florida.
Florida.
Of course, you go to Walmart. When we come back with music news, Alice Cooper is speaking out about the unusual method he uses to stay sober. The record industry made a very shocking announcement. History is being made. This is actually super cool. And we'll give you a chance to win playoff hockey tickets as the T-Birds take on the Silvertips Friday night at the Acesso Showwear Center next in sports.
This traffic report is brought to you by Aer Lingus in Federal Way on I-5 northbound, just after 317th Street. We have an accident there that's blocking the shoulder. And on State Route 18 eastbound at the Tiger Mountain Summit, there's an accident in that area also blocking the shoulder. It's never too late to plan that perfect spring getaway. Aer Lingus, Ireland's airline, invites you to discover Europe this spring. Fly from SeaTac to Dublin and connect to 25 European destinations, including Rome, Paris, and Amsterdam. Smart flies Aer Lingus. That's www.airlingus.com. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Hey Google, what's the weather?
Currently in Seattle, it's 47 and cloudy. Today, it'll be rainy, with a forecasted high of 53 and a low of 42.
Thanks, Google. We'll see a few showers tonight under mostly cloudy skies. It'll be a low of 42 with similar conditions leading into Wednesday. This weather report is brought to you by Fred Meyer. Fred Meyer is your one-stop Easter shop. From candy galore and the baskets to put it in, to Easter ham and the dishes to serve it on. You can even save time and let Freddy's do the cooking. For the best Easter ever, you'll find it at Fred Meyer. That was your weather. I'm Tori on 102.5 KZOK.
Starting with some music news, Alice Cooper has given an interview where he disclosed 37 years ago he woke up throwing up blood. He said everything that could go wrong.
Isn't that Alice Cooper's job?
Is that part of his act? Yeah.
Isn't that? I've seen him do it.
Right.
He said everything that could go wrong was shutting down inside of me. I was drinking with Jim Morrison and Jimi Hendrix, trying to keep up with Keith Moon. They all died at 27. Alice Cooper says he realized he was either going to have to quit drinking or he would die. He went to a hospital and doctors said, "You are a classic alcoholic." And then when they said that to him, he decided to never drink again and never had the desire. He credits his recovery to God. He said, "My wife and I are both Christians. My father was a pastor. My grandfather was an evangelist. I grew up in the church, and I went as far as I could away from it, almost died, and then came back to it." He said, "There's nothing in Christianity that says I can't be a rock star. People have a warped view of Christianity. It's about a one-on-one relationship with Jesus Christ." He said he has 3 kids.
That's where I got confused. I thought it was a one-on relationship with Judas Priest. Going to all these concerts.
He said, "I have 3 kids. They have never had any trouble with drugs or alcohol." And he has been married to the same woman since 1976.
Wow.
He says he has never been unfaithful.
Wow.
He does Bible study daily and goes to church every Sunday.
Oh, very, very, very cool. I did a fair amount of praying, a fair amount of time in church, and man, I struggle with drinking every day. But here's the difference, and this is a standard thing if you read the big book of Alcoholics Anonymous. It talks about people thinking that one day they'll be able to drink again. Mm-hmm. That's in my head somewhere. I'm thinking, like, you know what, maybe in a couple of years, maybe when we retire, maybe in Palm Springs, maybe in Europe, maybe on a boat, maybe in a truck, whatever it is, a Dr. Seuss book, for God's sake. But whatever it is, in my head, I keep thinking, yeah, maybe one day I'll be able to drink it. And I can't, because I've tried on a dozen occasions after having 3 months, 6 months, even 9 months sober. Yeah. But you know what? I got this. And one drink later, I was either in jail or getting a divorce, or my kids were setting me on fire, whatever those little bastards are up to. But yeah, it didn't work out for me that easily.
I wonder what it is that he was a raging alcoholic and then all of a sudden lost the desire. Because if he could figure out what it was, then he could give it to you. Right. Because it sounds like desire is your problem.
Yeah, but he did figure out what it is, and he's happily giving it to me, and I'm doing my best to accept it. And it's just not working as easily as others. Although I got time sober that I never had before, so maybe, so what if I still think someday I can drink, as long as I don't?
Yeah, I mean, I think your sobriety in a way is more impressive because you still have that desire.
Alice is a punk. That's just got that girl's name.
Well, Alice Cooper has been giving a lot of interviews because he is going to be starring, one of the stars of Jesus Christ Superstar, on NBC, a live version, which airs on Sunday.
Yeah, it does.
Starring John Legend as the lead role.
Cannot wait. Yeah. This is very exciting.
The ads I've seen for it, John Legend's singing voice is ridiculous, but it looks like it's going to be really good.
Yeah, I've seen 100 versions of this thing, and I just love it. I think it's my favorite. Maybe I'll be cleaned. At the end of it, I'll go, hey, I don't want to drink. Me and Alice Cooper, we're like this.
Desire's gone after seeing
Although
Jesus
Alice
Christ
Cooper
Superstar.
once told me, he said, hang in, you can do it. And I was not sober at the time. I was talking to him on a radio station someplace where I was either drunk, hungover, or stupid, maybe everything on there. And he said, really, just keep at it. You'll get it. So maybe I'm going to get it today. Alice, thank you.
Def Leppard will compile their studio catalog, rare B-sides, and live cuts on a new career-spanning box set series. This will be the first of 4 installments starting on June 1st. And they said this will be just sort of one of those must-haves for Def Leppard fans. And this collection was curated by their singer, Joe Elliott, which seems to be one of the new trends. The box sets are done by somebody in the band, making sure they sound exactly right, making sure the order is right, and all the songs and B-sides are what they want on there, which is pretty cool.
Cool.
And the band Yes will commemorate the 50 years that have passed since their debut album with a special tour. They announced more than 30 dates across North America that will take place this summer. They'll begin in Illinois and conclude in Atlanta with a stop here along the way. June 14th, Woodinville Chateau Saint Michel Winery.
Neat.
Yes. No,
Yes.
The band.
And you've seen concerts there, right?
Yeah, it's a beautiful,
I have not. I
beautiful
should.
place. Tori, is this one that you're going to be in line for?
Oh, I'm so excited. Chateau Saint Michel is so beautiful too, and you get lots of good wine.
I thought you broke up with Yes.
Why would I break up with Yes?
I've been wrong about a couple things already today. Don't yell at me.
Oh, Jethro Tull.
That's who she broke
Is that
up
what
with.
it
Jeff.
is?
Yeah.
All right.
She's still on the Yes train. That sounded weird.
Yep, that's just what you meant to say. And vice versa.
Those guys are getting up there in age too for her to be on the.
You can,
Yes,
you can
Trey.
only hope that at least some of those guys are still getting up there.
Sorry, Tori.
Thanks.
If you missed Macklemore's show in December, you'll have another chance to see him as he is going to the Washington State Fair in Puyallup. They made the
Nice.
big announcement yesterday that Macklemore will play September 21st. Pre-sale tickets will go on sale tomorrow. The general public on sale is Saturday, and you can find out more at KZOK.com or, of course, his website. So Macklemore, the Washington State
Nice.
Fair.
I like to see Macklemore.
Seems
Yeah,
like
I
it's
bet he
super
puts on a
fun.
really fun show.
I'll bet.
Derek, have you seen Macklemore?
Not since he became Macklemore. I saw him perform a long time ago before he was famous, but
Oh,
that was
that's
it.
right. With
But
his
who
fur
was he
coat
then?
on.
He was some random dude who jumped up at a freestyle competition.
Oh, is that right? That's a legend. I thought wasn't true. That's true?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Neat.
And a new report from the Recording Industry Association of America, the RIAA, they track U.S. music sales. Well, they track everybody, but we care about what's being sold here in Merca. Physical music outsold digital downloads for the first time since 2011, meaning vinyl sales are through the roof.
Cassettes too. A lot of people are buying cassettes
Yep.
in the last couple of years. which
Nobody's
is
trying to bring
crazy.
the 8-track back.
No,
No.
I haven't seen
That's
that.
because it was stupid then.
They said this is really showing the strength of vinyl, that's really what's propelling this physical sales. And vinyl continues, they say, to be the bright spot among physical formats. Now, they say looking at the top digital albums that were sold, Taylor Swift, Ed Sheeran, and Kendrick Lamar. Vinyl, Sgt. Pepper, because it was the 50th anniversary. Abbey Road, and Guardians of the Galaxy.
Wow.
Also top-selling vinyl, Ed Sheeran and Amy Winehouse.
Super weird.
Yeah, that's
I'm
it.
trying to learn rehab on guitar right now.
Oh,
That girl's tricky.
I'd also love to hear you sing that.
Yeah, you would
I
actually.
would.
'Cause
I would too.
I growl it out real low and
can we
silly.
get a-
No, you may
Like
not.
just a tiny preview.
No, you may not. By the way,
Such a tease.
that was it. That no, it's in there.
Ah.
I gave you some.
And a new report says that Courtney Love owes Uncle Sam over $500,000. She was slapped with a lien from the IRS, according to reports, for $567,000
Wow.
after failing to pay her taxes in 2016. Now, she had some previous tax debt and did settle those, $320,000. And she has admitted to having a lifestyle that caused her to lose $27 million and apparently not
Well,
rebounding.
somebody's gonna look for it though, right?
No, I would start with her sinuses.
So, yeah, she owes over $500,000.
Does she have it?
I don't think so.
So the kid has it.
Yeah, she doesn't have anywhere near the money her kid has.
Right, no. Nor should she.
That
And they're
doesn't surprise
friends.
me at all, though, that Courtney Love isn't like the best accountant. That she's not.
No, but, you hire an accountant.
Yeah.
I have an accountant. I think she wouldn't let me go broke. I don't know, really. She might be robbing me.
Well, and accountants tend to be different than money managers. So if you have an accountant, that's somebody who can do your taxes. A money manager should not let you go broke. But to have a money manager, you need to have money to manage.
Right, absolutely.
So Courtney Love has gone through so much money that she might not have a money manager anymore. But if she had $27 million,
she couldn't have a money manager any less.
Yeah, somebody should have been taking a look at that for her, and clearly was not.
I can't find a net worth for her, which is not. Oh, here's one that says 150 million.
I don't know if I trust that one. You got to poke around a little bit to usually get it.
Yeah.
You got one?
I'm seeing the same thing.
150 million?
Yeah. But it's not in a lot of places, so that's usually not a good sign.
No. Speaking of money, Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
He is warning his fans not to send money to fraudsters who are impersonating him on social media. Hugh Jackman, singing and acting legend.
Oh, legend. Are you kidding? Australia's, what is he?
Treasure.
Yeah.
Australia's
treasure.
That's hard to say.
It really was. I couldn't remember what the hell he was.
He posted to social media and said, I am aware that some people are pretending to be me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
And asking people, hey, man, can I borrow $20?
Yeah.
Like,
I would think immediately that's not the real Hugh
right?
Jackman.
Why would you send money to Hugh Jackman?
Well, Danny, you had a problem similar to this with somebody impersonating you on social media.
I did.
And that person who was impersonating you was just saying nasty things
Real
to
nasty
other people.
things. Trying to hurt people's feelings.
Well, in this case, Hugh Jackman says people are asking, somebody is pretending to be him, asking for donations. And he said, it is not me. I am not asking anyone for any money. This has also happened to Russell Crowe, Idris Elba, Oprah Winfrey, and Robert Downey Jr. They said, we're not asking you for any money. So if somebody says, hey, it's me, it's Oprah, can I have a couple bucks? It's me, Hugh Jackman. I needed a couple bucks.
It's really weird.
But are there people that are falling for this? Because I mean, all of us have decided that we would not loan or give Hugh Jackman $20 on
but
the
if
internet.
Egregious Elbow or whatever his name is asked
Yeah?
him, I'd give it to him.
Really?
Are you kidding?
I suppose if somebody had a campaign up trying to raise money for
Charity.
MS, for
Yeah,
example.
if it was a
Right.
charity thing, I could
Yeah.
see it.
That's
But Hugh
the-
Jackman saying, I'm not raising any money for charity.
That he's not individually reaching out to people
Yeah.
on Facebook asking for any money for anything. And I'm trying to give the fraudsters the benefit of the doubt that they're asking for money under the guise of charity. They might just say, hey, I'm not just so good with my money. Can I have a couple bucks?
Yeah, that'd make me mad.
Now, if it was Courtney Love, I think I would totally believe
I think
it.
this chick's out of dough.
Right.
Let's take a look at sports. Sports brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you're facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUI-AWAY. That's 1-800-DUI-AWAY. We told you earlier in the show that we were going to give you a chance to win your way into the Seattle Thunderbirds and Everett Silvertips, and we do have your chance to do that right now. Now, they are battling it off in the first round of the playoffs. They are playing tonight, but we have tickets to the big Friday night game.
Yay.
Well, great way to start your weekend at the Acesso Showwear Center.
yeah.
You would like to win your way into the Thunderbirds and the Silvertips. Be caller 10 right now. 800-252-1025. Call now to win.
Playoff hockey's so fun, and when they're facing a rival, like it's against the Tips or
Yeah.
the Winterhawks, it's like, just electrifying in that arena there.
Yep. Because it's not like you're surrounded by your fans. It's both because
Yeah, it gets
both
rowdy.
Local, absolutely. Spring training today. The Mariners will be playing the Rockies. 12:10 start time. And the Mariners begin their regular season on Thursday versus the Indians. 7:10 Safeco Field. Woohoo.
Woohoo.
And we do have Mariners tickets.
We got a couple of pairs of Mariners tickets today, too.
We got stuff going on left and right. We got money for nothing.
Yeah, we do.
We got tickets for something.
Yeah, we got a couple of pairs of tickets for Mariners opening series against the Indians.
Awesome. So 2 chances today for you to win tickets to the Mariners opening series. Coming up at 7:20, we will play Pick the Flick. You'll name the baseball movie from Danny's Clue. If you win, you'll be headed to the game on Saturday, which just happens to be Robinson Cano Bobblehead Day.
Robinson Cano Bobblehead Day.
And we're going to be giving you a chance to win tickets to the Thursday night Mariners opener presented by KeyBank as well. So as you said, we're giving away a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Dilly Dilly.
Dilly Dilly.
Yeah, dilly dilly. I like it. I didn't think I was going to like it, but I like it.
Well, Dilly Dilly is, of course, Bud Light. But at the Texas Rangers Stadium ballpark, they are giving away or offering something new when it comes to food, the Dilly Dog. Now, this has nothing to do with beer, but it sounds delicious. It is a dill pickle, cored, and stuffed with a hot dog, and then deep fried.
It's a big pickle.
Yeah, it is.
It is a big pickle, and I've seen
As
pictures of it.
I think Jellybean once said, it's a really big dill.
I think you have a coffee mug that says, I'm a really big
I'm
dill.
a really big dill.
So, yeah, it's a corn dog with a pickle. So the pickle's hollowed out, the hot dog stuffed in there, it's battered, deep fried, looks absolutely delicious.
It's crazy.
I mean, every ballpark does something new each season. And, you know, the big deal last year was crickets at Safeco.
Yeah.
And this year, just more deliciousness going to be offered.
I would like to go in search of the pickle that would hold my hot dog.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some big pickles, but
Me too.
not that long. Not as long as a hot dog.
Well, the hot dog can go through both ends. That's
Oh,
very
okay.
attractive to me.
Yeah, then you're that went someplace I didn't expect. Wait, I didn't make that better. I did not make that better.
No, I just realized that you didn't make it better because I didn't think it was bad until you spoke, and I think, oh, he's bad. Oh, that makes me bad.
We'll just leave it at that.
All right.
Congratulations.
So where do they put the hot dog compared to buns? Do they put them in your buns?
Congratulations to Guy in Seattle. He was the correct caller and is going to the Seattle Thunderbirds and the Everett Silvertips.
Derek, you couldn't get the guy's name. You were just going to call him Guy in Seattle.
His name is Guy.
Some guy in
Some
Seattle.
guy. Congratulations, some dude.
Guy's going to the Jeep Winners window in our library to pick up his T-Birds tickets. Congratulations to Guy.
Yeah.
On to football.
Okay.
We talked about the Seahawks, how they are making some changes this season. Well, Ndamukong Suh will not be one of those changes. He signed a deal yesterday with the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh.
It's one of the biggest free agents remaining in this offseason. He is now off the market. Ndamukong Suh released by Miami. They then the Jets offered him a deal. They rescinded it. He said, all right, peace out. I'm going to LAR.
Yeah.
The Rams are having a pretty good offseason.
Indeed.
Better than us.
Well, and there has been a lot of talk about what's going on with the Seahawks. And according to John Schneider, general manager, he said it is not a rebuild. He said that that with Richard Sherman, it was just a salary cap casualty. And he said, we are just making changes. And they said, is this a rebuild? And he said emphatically, no.
Okay, and what is the big difference there?
I don't see one because the changes they're making is getting rid of well-known players who won you a Super Bowl and bringing in guys we've never heard of.
But why would, because I agree with you, but why would you deny that when it's
Okay, the
obviously
difference
happening?
is, Danny, a rebuild means you're throwing in the towel on your season.
Yeah.
You're getting a whole bunch of new people. You know you're not going anywhere this season, but you're building for the future. He says this is not a rebuild. This is just making adjustments that we believe in this team. We believe we're going to the playoffs.
If you come out and say it's a rebuild, then there's an expectation that some fans will stop watching, some fans will stop going to games.
Then why would you say that?
You wouldn't. That's why no matter what, if it is a
Okay.
rebuild or not, he's going to say it's not a rebuild. Yeah.
Gotcha. Thank you.
We don't want us to be major. We're just having some little resets, and that is a quote.
I think they've lost almost every player I know by name except Russell
There's
Wilson.
only a couple left, yeah.
That's your sports. It's brought to you by Bradley Johnson Attorneys. If you're facing a DUI, call 1-800-DUI-AWAY. That's 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
I'll tell you about 1-800-DUI-AWAY. They, in the state of Washington, that's us. Very, very tough DUI laws. If you get one, get a lawyer right away. They'll turn your life upside down. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY. They fight for their clients. They'll meet you in Seattle, Everett, or Tacoma. So if the unfortunate happens to you and you get yourself a DUI, don't delay, my friends. Call 1-800-DUI-AWAY. That's 1-800-DUI-AWAY.
And don't go anywhere because your chance to win money for nothing on KZOK is right around the corner. $1,000 a day, 13 times a day. And when you hear the keyword, that's when you text in to win. So your next chance to win is at 710.
This traffic report is brought to you by Fred Meyer. On I-5 northbound at East L Street in Tacoma, we have an accident blocking the center lane. And in Federal Way on I-5 northbound after 317th Street, there's an accident there that's blocking the shoulder. Fred Meyer is your one-stop Easter shop. From candy galore and the baskets to put it in, to Easter ham and the dishes to serve it on. You can even save time and let Freddy's do the cooking. Be the best Easter ever. Find it all at Fred Meyer. I'm Derek, and that's your look at traffic on 102.5 KZOK.
Hey, coming up at 7:20 this morning, we're playing a game. It's day 2 of Pick the Flick. Play it at 7:20, and you can win a pair of tickets to see the Mariners on opening weekend at Safeco Field. Right now, it's 7:02.
It's such a symbol. When the Mariners start the home opener, it just means summer is right around the corner.
Yes.
The boys of summer.
The boys of summer.
Yeah, it's just such a great feeling, and especially on a day like today where it's kind of meh outside.
Yep.
You know, it kind of gives us all something to look forward to here
On the
in
occasions
Seattle.
I have been to the park with my son and with my wife, it is there's just a feeling about it. Like a lot of things are fun. Just being in Safeco is a special kind of fun,
Indeed.
I think.
There's a man making news for his request at McDonald's.
Yeah.
His request was denied, but he asked for 30 double cheeseburgers.
Now, see, I think they'd have made him. There must have been something wrong with this guy.
There was.
Okay,
the man
good.
was belligerent. There was definitely something wrong with the man.
All right.
But when you walk into a McDonald's and you put in an order for something that crazy, they probably have a procedure to make sure that you are legit.
Yes.
And, you know, yes, part of that is paying. And maybe he didn't have enough money. You know, I'm not exactly sure what he did to put up the red flag immediately.
Well, just the order, I think, immediately
Plus-
you're going, that's a prank of some
Yes.
kind.
And have you seen pictures of this guy?
Oh, yeah, he's crazy
I don't
looking.
trust him right
No.
off the bat.
But, I mean, that's a pretty ridiculous request, even of a fast food restaurant.
Yes.
30 double cheeseburgers. If you say we had a big party here at KZOK and we invited all our listeners to come in and we were going to give them breakfast, we would probably do something ahead of time to feed them and not go to the drive-thru and order 30 Egg McMuffins.
Hey, I would like to believe that all our listeners could not fit on this one little floor. That's kind of what I'm hoping. But the other thing is, for sometimes when we do meetings like that, we get Subway. Well, you call in advance
Right.
if you want
Right, yeah.
you want sandwiches for 30 people.
Yes. So 30 double cheeseburgers, even from a fast food restaurant, does seem like an over-the-top request.
Yes.
But I have noticed through the years that people do make ridiculous requests of other people a lot. And sometimes it's total strangers, and sometimes it's, you know, family or friends, but people just making a ridiculous request of you.
Oh,
Have you
me?
seen this as well?
Well, sure. Somebody wanted me to send money to Anthony for the 20th time. Down
Your
in
brother.
Mexico. Yeah, that's not a good call. But I would say either one of the stupidest requests that was made of me or one of the stupidest requests that I ever said, yeah, okay. Well, somebody said, I got an angle to raise some money for charity. Why don't you go get punched in the face by Jose Canseco? To which I said, yeah, all right, I'll do that. What the hell? So, yeah, I would say fighting a giant was a stupid request, and it was stupid of me to do it.
One of the ones that I always have found strange, and I don't know if this has ever happened to you or if this is just a girl thing, but when I've had an instance of someone making a ridiculous request of me, a total stranger sitting next to you and then say, hey, can you hold this? And it's their baby.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you want me to hold this? What am I supposed to do with it? They're like, I just need to run to the
Nurse it.
bathroom. Like, not nurse it, yeah. But I've had a couple of different requests from people I do know and from a stranger to hold the baby. Now, what happened once on an airplane, I get it. You're like, I'm not doing anything to the baby. I'm not taking it anywhere. But, like, I don't know you well
Right.
enough that you want me to hold your
I
baby.
don't even want you to watch my luggage, let alone my baby.
Has someone ever made a ridiculous request of you? If so, call us and let us know. 800-252-1025. Taking your calls right now. Or you can text 90627.
So some guy in Oregon, which explains a lot, went into Mickey D's and ordered 30 double cheeseburgers. And they said, hey, I think you're crazy. We're not making them. But it's a wild request. Has somebody ever made a ridiculous request of you? Here's our phone number, 1-800-252-1025.
Let's talk to Elias in historic Kent.
Hi, Elias. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good.
Cool.
What about you guys?
We're all good. What do you got for us?
All right, so just some background. I used to work retail at JCPenney, and we weren't allowed to have our phones with us while we were working on shifts because kids get too distracted. And when someone called, they had like a certain color of blue, like dress pants, and they wanted to know if like the same brand jacket was like either kind of different or the exact same. So they were like, can you send me a picture of the both items to me so I can make sure the color's right and send them to my personal phone number? And I'm like, I don't have my phone. She's like, oh, don't worry, you can text me after I get off. And I'm like, so you want me to like give you all my personal info and text you with stuff you could easily go into the store and find for yourself?
Well, here's what I'm
bizarre.
thinking. I'm thinking that you are one sexy man.
Yeah, she was trying
and
to
that
pick
she
up
was
on
just
him.
trying to get all your, ready? Deets.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that in the movie.
Hook her up
yesterday.
with the digits,
Yeah,
Elias.
I don't know that she's a hooker.
No.
But yeah, certainly she wanted to know what was up with Elias later
For
in the
sure,
day.
yeah.
That's what I
Bizarre.
think, which is not an unreasonable request. Everybody wants some Elias.
800-252-1025. The question we're asking is, has someone made a ridiculous request of you? Let's talk to Rob in Covington.
Hey, Rob.
Well, it's just so egregious that I go to these jam nights and everybody asks me to play Far Away, and I just don't know the song. It's just awful.
Where do you jam?
Oh, I don't know, just different places, but I just don't know to play. I don't know how to play Far Away, so
Well, learn it then, Rob.
If that's the one song
The song.
you don't know how to play.
I thought they wanted him to go far away
that's
and play.
that's when you're really, really
That's
bad.
when you're terrible. That's what they want me to play.
They say, Danny,
Hey,
can you play Far Away?
Yeah, that's what they say to me. I think
I
your
think that
friends-
might be what they're telling Rob, too.
I think your friends might be turning on you, bro.
Rob, whose version of this song are they asking you to learn?
Oh, it'd be my own version, I guess.
Yeah, I think they're telling Rob to leave the room.
Well, there's a Nickelback version, there's a Stained version, and I think there's one from like the 70s. It's the band Bread or
Well, I
something.
think the one everybody wants is Nickelback. That's obvious.
Of course. We've got a text into 90627 claiming that he has ordered 40 or 50 Big Macs on many occasions. He lived and grew up in Nome, Alaska. And so when he would go into the big city of Anchorage, his friends would all ask him to bring back Big Macs. They'd put them in the freezer, and apparently they keep forever.
By
That's
the way,
so
when you
cool.
say freezer, do you mean outside?
Right.
Here's a request I've been given on a couple of occasions. Baptize my baby.
Oh, that's super
Really?
weird.
Yeah. The weird thing, well, the other weird thing about that is, because, I'm ordained, right?
Yeah.
You don't need to be for baptisms. That's
Okay.
for marriages and things like anybody can baptize a child. Yet, why are you hassling me? Why do you want me and your baby near water? I think it's all weird. Are you crazy?
Let's hear from Satch in Frederickson.
Hey, Satch.
Hey, good morning again.
Morning.
Hey, about 25, 28 years ago, back when I was a bit of a drunk, and I ended up in federal prison for quite a while, actually. I was there for a couple of months and still a little bit naive and, innocent, so to speak. And one of our local Hawaiian guys in the unit there just walks up to me in front of the CO's office where they have 2 COs per unit. Says, here, can you hold on to this for a second? I stick out my hands without even thinking about it. He walks away, and I'm left there holding a little contraband tattoo gun standing right in front of the CEO's office there. Look at it and go, uh-oh. Stick it up on top of the Coke machine there and walked away. I
All right,
didn't know what
Satch.
it ended at first.
All right, now, Satch, we all know that in the joint, you never ask a guy what he's in for. But I'm not in the joint, and you're not in the joint anymore, so what'd you do?
7 bank robberies.
No.
Satch has called us a couple times before.
Well, we
I'm
know
surprised.
Satch.
Yeah.
I don't know if Satch wants us to out him, but we know Satch
Yeah.
personally. He's a friend of ours.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm fine with a good bank robber. He's been reformed. He served his
That's
time.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't drink anymore. Don't pilfer things from stores or
Rob Banks.
Don't hang out on Ashley Madison or anything like that.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, Ashley
Okay.
Madison did you in? I knew it. Thanks, Satch. Talk to you soon.
A text into 90627. A friend asked me to smell their breath while they burped to see if it smelled like onions and garlic. I said no.
That's so gross.
That is gross.
Has someone made a ridiculous request of you? That's the question. And let's hear from Melissa in Puyallup.
Hey, what's up there, Melissa?
Hey guys, I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about the onion garlic burp. That's disgusting.
That is disgusting.
Anyhow, I used to manage apartment communities, and during the holidays especially, I would decorate and put things together and just make them really beautiful. And we would have some really great kind of like resident parties, and I would just always be doing something new with decorating. And a few times on occasion, people have said, you do such a beautiful job doing this. When I get moved in, do you mind coming and decorating my apartment for me?
Oh.
Well, you know what?
For a fee?
For a fee.
Yeah.
If you're really good at something, I was going to put something that I'm really good at. And how sad is that? That I'm not that good at anything that I could sell it. Well, what do you have besides what I see that you could sell? Like, Paul, come to my house and...
People ask me often to come butcher their animals.
They do?
Yeah. So
It's super weird. Like pets?
no.
Like those little French bulldogs? How could you?
Farm animals.
Terrible
But I mean,
person.
That's
you
the
know, whatever.
nickname.
For $75, I'll kill whatever you got.
All right.
I like this show.
The mine reels.
So would you say that's the most ridiculous request someone's made of you, Paul?
No, a friend in college. I say a friend, but I didn't know this guy very well. We had a couple of classes together, and he told me he was taking a quarter off or semester off to travel to China with his church to smuggle Bibles. And he asked me if I wanted to go on the trip to smuggle Bibles into China.
Wow.
I said, no, thanks.
That would have been
That's so
kind of cool. Though.
dangerous.
It's so dangerous. Not as dangerous as like Myanmar. Here's what it used to be like in China. I'm assuming they have to have changed. If you committed some kind of crime as a dissident against the government,
Yeah.
they'd give you the firing squad. They'd shoot you. Then they'd collect the bullet from your body and send it to your family with a bill
Wow.
for the bullet. Oh, I'm scared off right there.
Yeah, I'm sorry I missed out on that.
Yeah, totally not doing that.
Tori, has someone made a ridiculous request of you?
Well,
Sorry.
one I
Well,
can talk about.
A few from Danny.
So I met this girl at one of my exercise classes, and within 2 times of going, she asked me if I could take care of her cat for 3 weeks, and I did, being really sweet, I guess. But she doesn't know who I am, and she doesn't know my reputation with pets. I'm like, you're the one who should be looking out.
Right. Did you have to move the gerbil out of the way?
I did. I put her in my bathroom.
Oh, that is just so weird.
Yeah.
On all accounts.
But
you
it
didn't kill it.
survived?
I didn't kill it.
Yay, Tori.
I
It's gotta be
know.
a record for you.
Yay.
This one happened outside our radio, like right outside our radio station in Philadelphia. I may have mentioned it on the air. Walking down the street, and this kind of happens a lot, that people ask me to call their moms or something because they grew up watching me or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
This guy comes up to me on the street and he's talking. I don't know if he hangs up the phone, has to read out, but whatever it is, he goes to me. Oh my God! You, he says, "Your biggest fan. You have to call my rabbi." I did. I talked to this guy's rabbi for
That's
like 5
awesome.
minutes. It was crazy.
And Derek, has someone made a ridiculous request of you?
Yeah, I had a friend who was trying to get a new job and needed to pass a drug test and asked me, "Hey, man, can you pee in a bag for me so I can bring it in and use it?" And I said, "Dude, I'm the last person on earth you should ever ask to take that test for you."
First of all, if you think you can pee in a bag, you're not thinking you're gonna. But I used to buy that stuff. When I was in Arizona, I used to buy from a guy like you, did very much your job, and he made a little bit of money off me.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to buy mine, I promise.
You're close in the dark, dude.
I'm not asking Derek to take any test for me.
No,
No.
exactly.
Hey, it's time to play Pick the Flick.
Pick the flick.
It's your chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Mariners opening weekend at Safeco Field. You want to play and win those tickets? Call us right now, 800-252-1025. Elton John on 102.5 KZOK, where we are playing Pick the Flick for your chance to win a pair of tickets to see the Mariners opening weekend at Safeco Field. Now, this is not super hard. The way it works is you're going to have to name the baseball movie from Danny's Clue, and then you'll be headed to the game on Saturday afternoon, which just happens to be Robinson Cano Bobblehead Day.
Awesome.
Robinson Cano Bobblehead Day.
Yeah. So it's not very hard, and you just think about baseball. Got it.
Let's start with Jerry in Issaquah.
Hiya, Jerry.
Hi, good morning.
Good morning. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Most definitely.
All right. Do you understand the rules of the game?
Yes.
Then here we go, sir. This baseball flick is all about the Cleveland Indians, a team that, until yesterday, I thought only existed in this movie. The evil new owner wants to move the team to Miami, but she must first get ticket sales to plummet. So she hires the most incompetent players available, including a near-blind pitcher, an injury-prone catcher, and a prima donna third baseman. But her plan backfires when, against all odds, the team starts, as Charlie Sheen would say, winning. Ha ha! Can you pick the flick?
Oh, I can't.
Oh, dude.
Jerry.
Because there's something about you I like.
Thanks for calling, Jerry.
Thanks, Jerry. I'm sorry you didn't win. Call back tomorrow.
Susie in Normandy Park, would you like Danny to read the clue again, or do you know the answer?
I know the answer.
And the answer is
Major League.
Major
Winning!
League is correct.
Winning!
Absolutely.
Nice job, Susie.
Thank you.
I cannot believe that's a real team.
Just a bit outside. Well, you, Susie, have won yourself a pair of tickets to see the Mariners take on the Indians on Saturday, 1:10 at Safeco Field. You will pick up your tickets at the Jeep Winners window in our lobby. The rest of you join us again tomorrow at 7:20 for another chance to win. And we also have a pair of tickets to give away for opening night that we will do later in the show.
Cool.
And coming up next, the big news of the day.
This traffic report is brought to you by the UPS store on I-5 northbound near 200th Street in SeaTac. We do have an incident blocking the carpool lane.